So for those of you who saw my previous video about my song The Rain and the Facebook ads for that song, here is the result of that effort. The song has been out now for more than 7 days. Let's check it out. It's been out for 2 weeks, 24th of October. Today's the 9th of November. So yeah, so what's happened here is I started putting 15 pounds of Facebook ads a day, and yeah, it started, the Facebook algorithm took a while to crank up, and then it started doing quite well. There was a peak day there on the Friday where it got 156 streams for 15 pounds. That's not too bad. So it's got 10 streams per pound. Then it started going down a bit. And I think I stopped it on Monday or Tuesday. And so Tuesday, yeah, I think it was Tuesday. Monday it was stopped, and on Tuesday is when all the organic streams started coming in. And as you can see, when you stop the ads, there's a steep decline in listens. But the last 2 days there's been an increase, but it's not anything to do with ads. It's to do with the organic playlist of Release Radar. So let's check it out. So today's performance is this. So we've got 34 Release Radar plays. And yesterday, you can't really see yesterday's results, but let's have a look at the last 7 days. We've got about 25 or so yesterday. Today, 34, and yesterday, 25. So we can see here that it's got some Release Radar boosts, and these are Release Radars from people who are not following me. This is what Spotify is pushing it out to. Now, unlike the other videos you might see on the internet about this, I didn't get a very big push. I mean, 25, 35, those are small numbers compared to, if we just go back, compared to, the sort of streams. What I was expecting was much higher than the actual paid streams. It didn't work for this song. It didn't work for my last song. It did much better on the first one. So the question is, what's happened and how can we make things better next time? So let's just go into my spreadsheet stats. So you can see here, this column here, column C, is all the daily streams. You can see what's happened. I actually had a really good save rate. I had a save rate of 96% before the Release Radar thing kicked in. It's still pretty good at 88. I mean, I would say it's exceptional, not just good. A good rate is anything over 10% really, but 96%, you've got 563 listeners, you've got 541 saves. That is a very good percent. And actually, even the playlists at 19%, pretty good. Out of 563 people, they were on 109 playlists. They're now on 113. So really what this means to me is a very high listener save ratio doesn't guarantee you a very high Release Radar boost. So I think listener save ratio, even though you can see here I've colored it yellow because I thought it was the most important thing, it's probably not the most important thing. I mean, I think if you have something less than 10%, maybe that's important, but I think anything kind of over that is okay. Also, the listener ratio of over 2, it's pretty much not, it's not too bad. It's not exceptional, but it's not bad. So I think what's going on here is something that I can't see. So the way for me to work out what's happened is to compare my latest release to my previous 2 releases. So my other release didn't do so well in Release Radar. I got a small boost. But the first song I did, called Your Body, did quite well. It got 211. So quite well from my standards. I mean, I've heard of people getting 4,000 plays from the Release Radar boost. But for my standards, not too bad. So if you look at the listener save ratio of this song, this is like 40%. This is much, much less than my current song. And the listener ratio is even less. Each listener listened less than 2 times. And it was on less playlists. And I would say that actually this had a higher budget. It had less listeners, had 348 listeners at the time, had less streams. So all of the stats here, even though this is a better performing song, are pointing to this being a worse song than my most recent song. But my most recent song got a smaller release radar push. So what's going on? And I'm asking the same question. So there's a few things here that we can't see. Okay, so what we can't really see is the skip rate. And I think Spotify does take that into account. So the way I've tried initially to work out the skip rate was a couple of things. Is on the landing page, on the ToneDen landing page, you can actually see how many people clicked on your stream. You can actually see that in your conversions as well in Facebook. But that doesn't mean people skipped on your song. It just means they clicked on your song. But so what you could do, I guess, is compare the amount of people that clicked on the song versus the actual amount of streams that you got. So if you say, for example, received 1,000 clicks, but you got 300 streams recorded, that means only 300 out of 1,000 people listened to 30 seconds of your song. So you're thinking, that's pretty high. That means 70% of people skipped your song. I haven't really been tracking that, and I'm going to try and find a way to track that. The problem with ToneDen is, and I've said this in my previous videos, is even before you create the smart link, you already have like 17 to 20 clicks on it. And I don't know what that is. I mean, that's probably a bot or some type of automated system. So it's really difficult to work out from ToneDen what's going on. And it could also affect your Facebook conversions as well in terms of the number of clicks. You can check the clicks, the traffic link, the traffic versus the actual conversions, but that still doesn't mean they clicked. So yeah, there's a lot of other. I mean, then there's timing. There's timing issues as well, because if you sort it by day, the Facebook ads will have different values each day versus the way Spotify determines your streams. So it's pretty difficult. But you can maybe try and work it out from a very high level, but it's difficult to work it out. So, but one thing that you could do is if you look at your Facebook ads and you see, once again, you see very high conversions, like 1,000 conversions, but you're getting 100 streams, then that is pretty clearly telling you that people are skipping your song, and lots of them are skipping your songs. So what you really want to do is minimize that gap. Make sure that people that convert the song listen to 30 seconds of the song. And the way to do that, I guess, is to get the hook of the song in as quickly as possible. It's not the ideal thing, because that's not a very artistic way to make music, but there are probably other methods and other ways you can get to hook people in. Also, the other thing, I guess, is to make sure you get the right audience. So if you make classical music, a 13-year-old boy isn't going to listen to that. He might click on your link. He's not going to listen to more than 5 seconds of it before he clicks off. So make sure you send the ads to the right audience, which I know it's very difficult to work out who that is. You actually sometimes rely on Facebook to work that out for you, but Facebook isn't genius. They're not going to quite get it right as well. So that's one thing, and that's just a guess, because I don't really know. And I think, in fact, no one really knows what gets you on these, these boosts. People basically are guessing, unless they've got inside information from Spotify. They're basically guessing. So the other thing I was thinking of was, this song came out during the lead up to the US presidential election. Maybe, I know for a fact it affected the cost per conversion, because ads were more costly at that time. And this is exactly the reason why you wouldn't want to release a song at Christmas, because the ads around then are going to be ridiculous. So maybe it's not the ad price, but maybe people weren't listening to music. So maybe your song did get on lots of release radars, but maybe people just weren't listening to the song because they were too busy with the election. This is just a guess, and this is just the US. it doesn't, I don't think people in Europe are as bothered by it. So it's just a guess. So what I'm going to do for the next song? Well, the next song is quite excitingly going to be an EP. And the reason I'm doing an EP is because I want some of these streams, there's 156 streams, people listen to the first song of an EP, it could flow into the second song and the third song. So actually I want to get some residual benefit from my money. I want to get these streams clicking into, these guys and girls who listen to the song going into the next song. So I'm going to give that a go, and I'm going to, let you know how that works. I'm going to still follow the stats on the first song like I've done here, but I'm going to, do it a little bit differently in that I might check out what the other songs are doing and whether they're getting saved and that sort of thing. So at the moment I've got 4 songs ready, and I'm also going to add about 2 or 3 of my previous releases so I can give them a little boost as well. So yeah, it might be a 7-track EP, it might be an album which is 8 tracks. I'm not really sure at this moment. But watch this space. Within the next week, we'll definitely know, because I need to submit a song next week to get it in for early December release. Because if I don't do early December, I will be competing with Christmas traffic, which I do not want to do. So that's pretty much it. Thanks very much. I just wanted to show you actually one last thing. And that's not so much the streams. I mean, I'm happy that they're going up. I'm happy they're going up and I'm getting some extras, but it's still a little bit disappointing. But I wanted to show you the result of my followers. So the best thing that happened when I put ads through this song is the boost in followers was dramatic. I mean, we got more than 50 followers. You can see here, I think I put the song out around the 24th of October here, 828. So you can see here it's at the 880 mark. Since I stopped the ads, it's kind of flatlined, but that's about 50 followers, and that in itself is a reason to do the ads, not just for the streams, but because of the followers. Some of those followers you just never know could become super fans, could follow you on Instagram. I've already increased my followers on Instagram, by the way. They can follow you on Instagram. They can follow you on your socials, on your other socials, and they comment on Instagram when you preview your next song. They go, "Oh, that's really exciting. I'm excited about that." So all of this is good stuff. I mean, it's very little in terms of what I would like to be, because I think really you need a few thousand followers for it to really get some excitement going, but it's a starting point. And for anyone watching this video who has no followers or very few followers, this is a really good way just to boost your followers. You might get 50 followers from one song, and I paid £150. Actually, I paid £130. So, if you had the money, if you paid say £1,000, and you had a good song, you could easily get 500 followers. So it's definitely not going to give you an ROI or return on investment or anything like that, but what you do get is people who are actually interested in your music, not other musicians, not other marketers, but actual normal people that listen to music. So on that point, that's the end of my song. I'm not going to do any more videos on this song, but I might start doing one on the next one in December. So just hold tight, subscribe, and follow, comment, whatever. Just keep in touch with me, and yeah, you can follow me on my journey, and hopefully the next one does better. I'm keeping positive. Bye.